What's going down, y'all? It's the Wake Up Crew here to talk some NBA prop bets, NBA Finals prop bets over on PrizePicks for this Game 6 NBA slate. Boston Celtics, Golden State Warriors. Are we going to see closeout Clay? Game 6 Clay? Is Golden State going to get it done, Jay? Are they going to get it done tonight in Boston? 3-2 lead. Can Golden State close it out? I don't know. I think Boston's going to give everything they have, right? I think going into it, we can confidently assume Tatum, Jaylen Brown are probably going to play every minute of this game, like literally as much as they can play, which should yield for a lot of opportunity, scoring opportunity, rebound opportunities for those two players. Quick review of the plays that we talked about on the last show. Pretty damn good, Jay. Jason Tatum's over 3 3-pointers. It looked shaky early in that first quarter. They got, Ime Udoka benched him for a few minutes, but he came back and blasted through that, and that's what we talk about. The opportunities are there for Jason Tatum to hit that number. We'll be talking about his three-point prop tonight again, as well as your boy, Maple Jordan, man, Andrew Wiggins. Right now,
trying to grab that MVP, right?
If Golden State wins tonight, is Andrew Wiggins Finals MVP? Because he's been balling.
Absolutely not.
Okay, all right. He said absolutely not. So that cashed the over, and PrizePicks has only bumped the number up 1 point. It was 32 last game. Now his fantasy score is 33. Spoiler alert, before we drop the intro, we like it. So the only play that we talked about that did not hit, well, there were two additional plays that I dropped in the comments. You always got to go back to the comments. Took Jason Tatum's first half over fantasy score and Steph Curry first half, and Jason Tatum hit. Steph Curry did not. He was terrible last game. But we got some good plays here tonight, so it was a good night. Marcus Smart didn't hit, but overall, 2 for 3 in the NBA plays from Game 5. We got some more winners for you tonight, so let's tap into it right now, baby.
The high-flying action, take a step back and relax. It's time to count that money, the NBA props. No look any further. You know what time it is. Presented by PrizePicks, NBA props. Let's
count that money, man. All right, Jay, let's pull up the old PrizePicks. Let's get it up and loaded. And let's talk about what we got going on today. Where do we want to start at, Jay?
I mean, I think we have to start with Game 6 Clay, right? This is what it's all about. It's all about closeout Clay, Game 6 Clay. We see all the numbers out there. If there's two I would give to anybody, I would first look at the blocks and steals at 1.5. He's hit it in 4 straight games. And on top of that, in these Game 6s, he's hit it in 6 straight. So I do like Clay over 1.5 blocks and steals. Probably my favorite play. And then the other one for Klay Thompson is if you do believe in Game 6 Clay, the points at 19.5, I do really like. I've been talking about Clay unders forever, but in Game 6s since 2016, Ray, he's hit 25 or more points in 6 of 7 games. So if you believe Game 6 Clay is a real thing and he's going to go out there and give it his all and really score this game, I think Klay Thompson over 19.5 points is a great bet, knowing he scored 25 in 6 of his last 7 Game 6s.
Yeah, man, and we were talking before the show. What's the level of comfort or do you think Steph is going to have a bad game again? Because he played horrible in Game 5. I mean, 16 points. Maybe his legs were tired. Are you at all concerned that Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins are the two primary scorers for Golden State, which doesn't yield enough opportunity for Clay, or is that sort of not even really a fear of yours?
Not at all. Honestly, we saw that Andrew Wiggins took the primary scoring load last game. And on top of that, Clay still went over 20 points. And Steph, again, a guy who scored 16 and missed 9 3-pointers. The first time he's done that in 133 playoff games, not scoring a 3. Yeah. I think it's more of Steph just missing shots than not getting ones up for Clay and Andrew Wiggins. So for me, I'm not worried about it. I think Steph will get his shots, Clay will get his shots, Wiggins will get his shots. And hopefully Draymond just continues to pass the ball, because with those 3 guys, they should have no problem scoring enough points, especially with really Boston only having Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Marcus Smart's had a couple good games, but they need those 2 guys to be really good. And frankly, they haven't been, especially in the fourth quarter. Jason Tatum's come up really small. Not worried about Clay, not worried about Steph. I like them both in this matchup. Although you see, we're looking at the threes now. Yeah. Which 3-pointer are you looking at? Because I mean, I like Tatum's. I'm not sure if I want Steph or Clay. I think both have obviously a great shot to go over. I just don't know if I'd be playing them overall.
Yeah, man. I like Jason Tatum and I like Jaylen Brown's threes. Once again, like just right back to the well. They bumped it up by half a point, so JT's got to hit 4 of them. He's gonna shoot it, man. He's shooting nine threes a game, man. Like I just need him to go. I just need him to go less than go 40%. You know what I mean? Go 40% and we're good money. I think is that the math? 40%. Yes. There we go. Go
a little
40%.
Higher, 45%.
Go 45%, JT. But the thing is, the opportunity is going to be there for him. I like Tatum's threes and I like Jaylen Brown's threes. He did not hit one last game for Golden State, but he was as bad as Steph Curry was. I mean, he played terrible. Yeah. He did not play good at all. And you look at, the other 2 games in this series, he's had 3, 4, 2, 2. I would like this number a little better at 2. So if I had to choose one or the other, Jay, it would be Jason Tatum. I know he's gonna chuck, right? Like, do I know he's gonna hit 45% of his threes? Do I know he's gonna hit 4? No, I don't. But I do know he's gonna shoot at least 9 of them, and he's gonna play every damn minute in this game. I think a lot of things are lining up well for Jason Tatum in this matchup, whether it's his points at 27.5. I know he's only averaging 23.2 over his last 5, but he had 27 last game. If the points are a little bit too high, maybe points and rebounds, points and assists, probably wouldn't take that for JT. So that's what leads me to the 3 points, 3.5 3-pointers made for Jason Tatum. That would be my play. I would take the over on that one. And then, we talked about at the beginning of the show, Andrew Wiggins, his fantasy score of 33. I don't really know how much analysis is required here. He's rebounding. He's playing defense. I think in the first quarter last game, Jay, he had like 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks or 2 steals. I mean, it was just, he was already there damn near after the first half for his fantasy score. And PRIZEPICKS only bumps it up 1 point. Defensively, he's locked in. He's playing a ton of minutes. He's playing some of the best basketball of his career, man. And he's hit this number in 3 straight and has only gone under this game, this game 2. And this was the game 19.2 where they took the starters out. Like they just, they took the starters out. I believe his points, rebounds, and assists that night was set at like 24. He was on his way to go over that. So, again, playing some of the best basketball of his career. The confidence is there. He's gonna brick some 3-pointers. That's what he's gonna do. But overall, he's a two-way player, offensively, defensively, quickly becoming one of the better two-way players in the NBA. I like the over for Wiggins' fantasy score, Jay.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, right, this is kind of what Wiggins was always supposed to be. It just didn't work out in Minnesota, and then he got the extension, and people thought it was the worst contract in basketball, and now he's really playing up to what he was supposed to be as the number 1 overall pick. But Ray, before we get out of here, I did want to point out 2 things that you pointed out but didn't actually showcase to the people. It's the rebound props for Tatum and for Wiggins, right? Both those guys are just smashing their rebounds overall. You see Wiggins the past 2 games had double-digit rebounds, and Jason Tatum past 2 games had double digits as well. I think both of them are in good shape. You see they're at 8 right now on PrizePicks. I think both have a great shot at a double-double. We've seen kind of Jason Tatum, especially later in the series, he starts to get more involved on the boards, more active, and we've pointed this out series after series, and then we're going to continue to see it tonight. So if you did want to play a little bit differently, a few different kind of alternate plays, I do think that rebounds for both those guys are in really good shape overall at 8.0.
So just a quick game theory question. If we're confident that the rebounds are going to be there, points are probably going to be there, some defensive statistics will probably be there, would you not want to dabble in Jason Tatum's fantasy score, which,
the problem for Tatum is the defense, right?
Yeah.
I believe that last game was his first game all series he got a block, right? And he can get a couple of steals here and there, where I think with Wiggins, we know it's going to be there. And obviously the point total is much lower, right? Yeah. We're talking about 2 guys who have double-double potential. And then as well, Wiggins is a guy who can score 20 points. Tatum's only set at 27, but you need him to get to 27, where Wiggins has a line of only 18. And so while it's higher than we'd like it, I think that the steals and blocks probably leans Wiggins' direction with a much lower total and similar potential and upside from the rebounding department. So while I think the only edge right there is Tatum in the assist department, but he's really kind of not taking a back seat getting assists, right? And like you mentioned, a lot of turnovers as well.
Yeah, the turnovers is what's scary for Tatum's fantasy score. And it's one of the props I'm going to be watching throughout the day, Jay. His turnovers at 3.5. Jaylen Brown's been turning the ball over like crazy, set at 2.5. Jordan Poole, I mean, he comes in and it's bonehead knucklehead city for Jordan Poole at times. So I'll be watching the turnover props. So make sure you tap into the channel a little bit later if we find some good edge on those. So right now, sort of the core plays: Andrew Wiggins over 33 fantasy score, Jason Tatum over 3.5 3-pointers made. Jay likes both Klay Thompson's projected blocks and steals at 1.5 and his points at 19.5. And I like those numbers as well, Jay. I think those are good plays, good numbers for the game tonight. So everything data driven. Y'all know how we do it. We run through stuff through my Spari. Make sure you tap into the content that he's laying down. All the picks data driven. If you tell, give Prize Picks hell, baby. And if we fail, don't bail. We'll be back. More MLB, WNBA, and maybe a Game 7. Maybe a Game 7 NBA props prop video. But if this is the final one for this NBA season, we thank y'all for tapping into us. We started this out really late in the process, like right before the playoffs kicked off, Jay. And we are excited to bring you full NBA content this fall once the season kicks back off. So
Yes, sir.
if this is the last one, we just want to say we appreciate y'all. Hopefully we've helped you out. I know during the playoffs we've done a damn good job helping win some people some money. So drop a thumbs up button, subscribe to the content. We've got college football bets coming on the way, NFL stuff that we're doing. So just stay tapped into the content. We appreciate y'all. We out. Good luck and good night. Peace.